What's going on, everybody? Doc here, Average Gamer Guys, back again. Last Day on Earth action. And we got a great, hopefully, a very helpful video here for you today. We might pop this into the Wasteland Survival Guide. I'm not sure yet. It might fall on a couple of different playlists. I got asked a really good question here just a day or two ago around the 99 waves and if it was profitable. So we're going to do a little bit of testing. I have a few upfront thoughts. I'll share them here really quickly. I want to showcase kind of how we're going to set this up and how we're going to kind of do our test, if you will. And then we'll go from there. So we got Blackport PD rocking and rolling. We can see there's some goodies that you can find in here. Some goodies. Let's go ahead. We are currently in the tail end of the event. I've kind of waited a little bit to do this because I don't always do this event. I do typically try to maybe knock out at least one of the tasks as part of the event, but a lot of times it does require you to make it pretty decently far into it. It's variable. There's a few different tasks that move around on you that change every time. But essentially, what you have here, if you're not familiar, Blackport PD, this is by far the best time if you're going to go in and do any waves. If you're going to try to grind any of the cards, this is the best time to do it. Mostly because you get protection from explosions up additional 20%, which is really good, which essentially means you won't kill yourself as often with your own explosives, and then waves can be paused and you don't need electronic circuits to get back and forth. So if you die during a wave, you can just run back. Your stuff will still be there. You can grab it. If you run out of weapons, for instance, you can pause at the end of a wave. You can run out. You don't have to keep dropping in electronic circuits to keep going. So we have stand waves here at 10, kill zombies in the arena, and then deal damage in the arena. Again, this is a lot of points. I have a little bit of a boost because I do have the survivor path going on. But this is really good if you have the means to be able to complete it. So keep in mind that what we're going to test is not going to include the rewards and the additional stuff that you would get from this. This is essentially, even on the top end, is about a level and a half of the season pass. If you're earlier on, it's many more levels. For us right now, where we're sitting, I think we are, let's see, we're close to 50. So this is going to be about three plus levels for us, maybe a little bit more. That's 2 levels, just a shade over 3 levels. So that's not nothing, but again, we're not going to really consider that as we jump into. I also realized that, again, since we waited until there's a little over a day, a little less than a day left, this is probably coming after this. So hopefully this video is helpful for you if you're considering jumping into this here in the future. Here's how I want to do this. I have a specific set of gear on us, either in my chopper and then also with us. As part of trying to answer this question, is it profitable? Let me break that down really quick just so we can all be on the same page of what I'm hoping to kind of take a look at. Essentially what we're asking is the rewards that you would get out from completing 99 waves, are they going to be better overall than the resources that you would use to complete the 99 waves? Now here's the interesting part about that. If you were to just use regular guns and melee weapons and armor and heals, I'm going to pretty unequivocally say no. It is not going to be profitable for you. The reason for that is when you consider the types of zombies that we're going to be running into, the brawlers, the zombie officers, the explosive zombies, all those different things, you're going to end up spending way more durability than the cards you would get out of it, even with extremely good RNG. How does the card system work? You get card drops at a random interval, at random parts of it. We do have dogs active, so do keep that in mind for this test. But you get card drops at random intervals. After, I believe it's wave, I have to double check on this. It's either wave 10 or wave 20. You get a slightly higher bump, or you get a little bit better possibility of getting a blue card dropped. Up until that, you're going to find green cards, and you're going to find the orange, the basic cards. Blue cards are really what you're looking for. You're certainly hoping to pop those and to get quite a few of them, because that's where your money is going to end up being. And those give the best overall rewards. We can debate this in the comments, but if you're looking for true value, true value, your blue crates are going to be the best. Changing those up into purple inspector cards, unless you're really hunting for your extremely rare weapon mods, it's not worth it. The gear upgrade is not worth it. The blue is where you want to be, so that's what we're going to base this off of. But considering all of those different things and the amount of enemies, and honestly just the amount of gear that you would need to be able to go through 99 waves just using regular guns and melee weapons and armors, it's not going to be worth it. With that being said, you can see here that we have 80 grenades and we have 20 mines. You could substitute grenade launchers for this if you have a good stockpile of those, although I think that they're not less effective. They're just a little bit, in my opinion, slightly harder to manage, especially comparative to mines. Mines, we've done some other videos on these, are extremely effective. Grenades are very good if you learn how to kind of just kind of get all the zombies in there together. And if you consider this as your base set of equipment using mostly grenades and mostly mines, maybe you have 60 grenades or 50 grenades, and then you can clear the rest with weapons. It might be worth it at that point. What I want to go ahead and show you, and I'm jumping around a little bit, so I apologize. With the cards, you're looking for blue cards. It's either level 10 or level 20. You're going to have a higher chance, a slightly higher chance of getting blue cards as you go up the waves. And then it really doesn't scale after that. It's just RNG. It's just drop rates. You're going to end up finding out that you get a lot of cards. You're going to get a lot of cards. You're going to have the capability of opening a ton of crates if you go ahead and do this, right? 99 waves is going to give you a lot. You have to also then consider, even if you have every repair station open, you're only going to be able to open 5 of those at a time. So it's going to take you some time to recoup that, but it can be a really good source of consistent gear if you can make the 99 waves. Also, if you're considering, once you clear it the first time, you do get a vehicle skin, get a chopper skin, the police one, which honestly looks pretty cool. So there's a few extra added benefits, but we will take a look. We're going to run the 99 waves. I'm not going to show that. I'm going to jump in, maybe show a wave or two, and then, or maybe a few waves at the end with some mines and some grenades, just to kind of showcase that as we wrap it up, to show you that we've actually finished it. And then we'll show you what kind of cards we get, and we'll open essentially a bunch of blue crates, and we'll just do some quick math. But I feel very confident with this gear set right here. And again, it's a lot of grenades and it is a lot of mines. I feel very confident with this gear set right here that we should be able to complete it. And probably not even, I'm hoping not even use everything. We will keep track. I'm going to find out. I'm going to write down exactly everything that I have here. It's on the screen. And I will talk you through, and I will showcase and talk through at the end everything that we used. So if we need to pick up an extra set of armor, if we need to pick up an extra set of meds, I will showcase those things. I am also going to clear a portion of the police. I'm actually going to clear the entire police station with this gear set as well. That's why I brought a handful of the different melee weapons with me. Katanas are really good actually for clearing out a few zombies. So keep that in mind. We're going fresh. If you haven't opened up, this is the gear set. Oops, that was the wrong button. So haven't opened the doors yet. Totally fresh as we get in here. And like I said, we're going to clear through this. I won't grab any of the cards that we get from the outside of this, because I really want to truly just look at what we're able to grab from the inside. We have the doggo as well that we can make use of. And we'll see what we end up getting from the 99 waves and how effective it is at potentially making you some profit. All right, my friends, we have made it. We have 2 levels here, or 2 waves, levels, whatever. 2 waves yet to go, and we're finished up here with the 99. So let's just go in. Excuse me. Let's just go in, and I'll showcase this. I want to say this really quickly. I meant to mention the user's name. I'll pop the comment up. They just have a username, so sorry about that. But thank you again for the comment. I really do appreciate that. Hopefully, again, this is helpful info for you. But we'll show you. There's a couple of things that were really helpful in the course of doing this that I want to talk about. Just some extra little tips and tricks that you can take away from this. The first is going to be shotgun. Shotguns were MVPs here, and spread shot, as you will see here very quickly, extremely helpful. Extremely helpful for reducing durability, extremely helpful for knocking out a whole bunch of zombies. So we're gonna get that, boom. Then we spread shot that. You can see we basically, between the grenade and the spread shot, we just about killed everything. So we're gonna pop this guy down. We're gonna finish this guy off, finish that guy off. I was a little, let's just say, I was a little, I was a little optimistic with trying to use some more melee weapons. So we did not use a ton of melee weapons, obviously a little bit to go ahead and clear this. But that is a wave with the wonderful grenades. Pretty easy, pretty effective. You are going to take some damage, and you do need some cleanup. The biggest thing is going to be riot shield zombies giving you the issue. Here with the mines, you basically just going to plop a mine down. My mine placement has not been great today, but hopefully this one will clear this. If you place this correctly, nothing will get through, and it did not. So we finished the 99 here. We killed all of the last of this wave. Let's see what we pick up here. That is what we got. So let me quickly show. Here's where we are sitting in terms of remaining gear. A couple of updates. So I end up going through essentially just about 5 full sets of armor. So we brought 2 with us. We had to grab a couple from our inventory. We did pause to go back to our stash and pick up a handful of additional sets of armor. Medkits we actually did pretty good on. 20, 40, 60. We have 65 left. We brought 80 total. We did use up all 60 bandages. We used 20 carrots. Katanas, we actually only used about half of this one. The rest of the other 5 we ended up putting away. Grenades, of the 80 we have 2 left. Mines, we have 1 left of the 20 that we brought, so we used 19. We used 2 miniguns, 11 shotguns. Spread shot, again, absolutely fantastic. If you have that mod, this is the one time. It's a great mod, but this is definitely one of the times that I would use it for the cleanup. If you're using the grenades, that and the spread shot shotgun is going to be your best friend. We use 3 M16s, 2 pistols, 1 pipe. So we used quite a bit of gear, quite a bit. Again, vast majority of what we utilized was grenades and the mines to do the damage, but we did, again, we used quite a few weapons, talking 11 shotguns essentially to do the cleanup duty for this. A couple of other things that I just want to comment on that are really quickly that I hope are helpful for you. First and foremost, wave 39. It took us to wave 39 to get 200 zombies. So that's a ballpark. You're going to get a little bit different waves. There's no consistency to them. That's kind of a little bit of RNG for what will spawn. But about wave 39, wave 40 is what it's going to take to do 200. If you recall, that 200 zombies was one of our tasks here. So it was this one, killing 200 zombies. Obviously standing 10 waves. You got to finish 10 waves. And then to get 95,000 damage took us to wave 86. 86. So about 90. 90 is about where I say you generally need to get in order to get that done. So keep that in mind for you if you're looking at trying to complete these. If you're going to try to do this last one, you're probably going to be in shape to basically finish the 99. If you get to wave 86, you might as well finish it at that point. I want to note that the first green card we found was on wave 4. The first blue card we found was on wave 11. So I said at the outro or the intro to this that it was either wave 10 or wave 20. I believe it's wave 10. Then your drop rate for blue cards does increase after that. So you probably won't see, not saying you definitely won't see, but you likely won't see many, if any at all, of blue cards in the first 10. But after that, then you can start to get them dropped. Now let's take a look at what we actually ended up getting from this. We got 22 blue cards. That feels pretty good. We got 58 green, 100, 200, 300, 322 of these wonderful Sergeant Orange cards. Is that good? That's not bad. That's not bad. Doesn't feel terrible. I don't hate that. Again, I want to showcase that we did go ahead. We cleared all of this. We didn't open any of the crates. We will go ahead and grab those and all that stuff before we run out of here, but we did kill everything and we did clear this as well. So I, again, am going to stand by the fact that blue cards are going to be our best friend. So let's see how many total blue cards we can get, and then we'll crack 5 of them open and kind of do some fast math to figure out if it was worth it. So we're just going to power these down. We'll have 2 sergeant cards left, and we're going to get another of these. So we got 31 total blue cards. Let's go ahead and rip 5 of these bad boys, and I'll show you what we got. All right, so obviously you have weapon mods. If you are still searching for weapon mods, every single one of these is going to have a blue weapon mod in it. It's really hard to put kind of like a quote-unquote value on that, and the reason I say that is because if you find something that you need, there are some fantastic mods at the blue rarity that are going to be really, really good for you. So keep that with a grain of salt. I'm not going to really include that. There's some of the additional materials in here, which again, it's hard to put like a specific value on. A lot of these things are going to be really helpful. You're going to get aluminum. I think you can also find steel in this. You're going to get some good stuff that you can break down with your recycler. And then we should also be able to pick up some meds. So I want to showcase here. So essentially, we'll take a look at all of these, but what you should anticipate to get from each blue crate with consistency is some type of metal, some type of healing item. You're going to get some caps. You're going to get a full set of armor, and you're going to get 2 weapons. And then obviously, again, you're going to get your weapon mod here. So showcasing that, we see that, boom, there's that, there's the steel, there's some more meds, there's 2 weapons. This process is gonna repeat indefinitely for as many of these as you can open. So with that kind of under consideration, and again, it's a good variety. You can see AKs, you can see shotguns. You're gonna see a pretty good amount of weapons here when we go to take a look at that. So kind of compiling all of that together, we had 31 total blue cards. That's going to be 31 sets of armor. So we easily check the armor box there. That's a lot. That's a very substantial amount of armor. Now, when it comes to weapons, we're getting two per blue card. So we had 31. We're going to get 62 total weapons. That definitely outshines what we used if we consider just the weapons for the cleanup, not including the grenades and the mines. The hard part about this is that you're not going to get those grenades or those mines back. One of the other things that you might be asking is, Doc, where can you pick up grenades and where can you pick up mines? You have a couple of really good locations that are going to be very consistent with it. Bunker Alpha, actually, floor 3 has a crate in it that requires you to have burglar skill leveled up, but it is a very, very consistent drop that you can find. So that's a good location. Obviously, the crates there, I actually don't know. I don't think the crates there can have either. They definitely can't have mines. I don't believe they can have grenades in them. Bunker Bravo, I believe the 3rd and 4th floor, or just 4th floor, can have both. Probably one of your best locations and one of the best things that you can go to do. The most consistent one is going to be the motel. That one has a spawn that does require the burglar skill, but it does have a spawn, a very consistent spawn for grenades inside of there, behind the locked room. So you can hit that very consistently, and you will always find a grenade there. And then actually Port Lab, the Bravo sector hard mode crate, container, locker, has grenades and mines in it. So that is another fantastic spot to be able to go if you're able to obviously clear those locations and pick them up. The most accessible is going to, again, probably be Bunker Alpha and the motel. Those 2 things, if you grind those, you should be able to continue to collect up a good amount of grenades. You can find, there's a few other spots that you can find. Any crates that you fish up, I believe if you fish up the crate from the port, also, you can look to go ahead, and if you have the drone and are able to go to Transport Hub, there's a couple of crates that can drop grenades and mines, I believe, as well. The Bunker Alpha crate or the militarized crate, and then the Genesis crate. It's either the Genesis crate or the other one also might have a spawn for grenades and mines. So when you think about that, you're also picking up some healing items. We definitely are going to outshine and outperform our healing items for the 31 blue cards that we were able to pick up here. Again, we saw all med kits. I feel like that's probably pretty consistent, but I'm not going to definitely sell on that. There might be There might be a chance that you get bandages in here. And then when you top up the rest of the other materials, aluminum, steel, you know, the wire, if you need, you know, this is usually pretty helpful. You get some wrenches in here. So I would definitely say you can profit, but it's going to be limited to the fact that you have to have a lot of grenades and or mines and or grenade launchers to be able to do that. But when you consider it, you're getting 2 per. We saw 31 crates. Again, that's 31 sets of armor. That's 60 plus guns, plus a whole bunch of meds. That's pretty solid. That's pretty solid. In my opinion, if you're able to save up grenades and mines and your grenade launchers, this is where you should be spending them. If you have the capability to do that, and if you can go do the 99 waves, consider also that not only are you getting this, we are at level 49. We got the levels for the tasks that we completed, but you also get all of the points for all of the zombie kills. So we gained a lot here. When you go to look at that, we gained what? 11 levels almost. I think maybe we were up at 50, so call it 10. That's pretty good, and we're high. This is you know, kind of near the top end of getting this complete already. And we're picking up some additional guns. We got, you know, depending on where you are, you got a tactical backpack, got some other really good materials here, got a Dragonov, got some Z coins if you end up going ahead and getting the premium. So I do recommend, if you can complete the 99 waves, I do think it is profitable under the right set of circumstances. If you're going to come in here and you're going to try to do it with just basic weapons, I think it's going to cost you a lot more. I don't think you will have a net positive, even if you have some of the really good, maybe if you have AKs with the grenade launcher and then shotguns with the spread shot and you have a bunch of those, maybe you could break even. But even then, I think that would be pretty difficult. So I hope this was helpful for you. Again, so much thank you to the comments and the questions that you throw. You never know when they're going to spark a really good idea, so we really do appreciate it. We also read them, so really like engaging with everybody down in the comments below. Again, I hope this was a helpful consideration for if you should come and do this. I do think it is a unique and fun challenge to try to knock out. It is totally worth, in my opinion, trying to get it at least done at least once. I love this bike skin. It's super cool. Ours is really dirty right now. It's one of my favorite in the game. And again, it's a great way to get some season progress and a whole bunch of extra gear, right? In certain regards. So do keep that in mind. Again, hopefully this was helpful for you. Thank you so very much for all the support. I'm gonna flash some socials if you enjoyed this. We have lots more Last Day on Earth content. We have a free-to-play series. We do a whole bunch of other fun, unique, interesting things. This will probably fall into our Wasteland Survival Guide, which is something that we're really trying to focus on, put a lot of effort into the videos to be helpful for you in your journey in Last Day on Earth. So deep dives in different subjects, we're going to continue to add to that. We've got a raid playlist as well. A whole bunch of really good content here on the channel. So go click another video. That's a great way to help support us. Hit that like, comments down below. Again, we read them, so appreciate those. Subscribe. Trying to get to 10K this year, and that's a big goal for us. So thank you so much. We'll wrap it up there. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one. Peace.